Good morning, everybody. Beautiful sunny day here. We're on to another one, interesting one here. Big Norway maple in the backyard. That thing. So we're gonna see if this thing, our crane, can reach it. Let's go. This is the tree where we're removing. A little better viewpoint here. Let's go over and take a look as to see why we're removing it. And the reason is this giant shear plane crack. It's hard to see, but it is at the top of this limb here. I'll take it from another angle where we can see a little better. There's multiple cracks. Look at this long shear plane crack on this limb here. There's one there on the other side and on the top of this limb. That limb isn't too safe, and that's a fair bit of this tree here. If you were to take that limb completely off, it's a fair bit off there to where I don't really like the structure that will be left with this tree here. The other thing too that's happened is there has been root plate movement here. It's hard to see because the ground is frozen, but in the summer when I was here, you could see there's little holes in the ground here, right here. Kind of frozen over here a little bit, but there were several holes in the ground here when we originally looked at this, and that means the root plate is actually lifting out of the ground. So it's a slow, unnoticeable thing really if you don't know what you're looking for. This tree does have a big lean toward the neighbor's house there, and there were several spots in this root plate here that were actually showing little cavities and voids underneath where you could see darkness, like there was a space there. So that means that this root plate is lifting. The structure of this tree has very little integrity and it could fail, like due to root failure, where it fails and the whole root plate lifts up and the whole tree comes down in a windstorm. That's the reason why we're removing this. So another thing I forgot to mention in this tree is because of this crack, somebody previously has put a rope up there. It's actually a climbing line that goes around this here and right there to act in support of holding this limb here that's got the crack in it. So here's a different angle of it. You can see the ropes tied there, and it goes across to where it's tied there and tied there. That's another factor we have to deal with when we're moving this tree. We can't just, cut that rope out and start removing it because it could actually be holding weight and holding this limb from failing. So we're gonna take the ends of it off first so that the rope is carrying less weight. And then from there, when we know that it's safe, we can take the rope off. We'll get to it and see if we can reach this bad boy from the front yard. Let's go. So now that we've cut the end here off this one side that the rope is holding, you can see how loose it is. Chris, can you give it a shake there? Yeah, so that's fairly loose now. And before it was tight. So that's just the reason why you take the end off first before actually taking the existing supporting stuff, because we don't know how long it's been there and how much it's actually carrying. Okay, so moment of truth. We'll see if we're gonna be able to reach this back lead here. Here we go. Oh yeah, she's got it. Are you ready to make the cut? That's what's awesome about a grapple saw crane truck. It reaches right from the front yard over the house and 3/4 the way into the backyard here to get this tree where nobody has to climb it. You don't have to go up there. It's much more efficient, and most importantly, it's super safe. The truck has just shown how it can take care of a rather large Norway maple in a backyard that would otherwise be a lot of work, a lot of time. The other thing with these trucks too is the cost here is pretty much the same as what it would be whether you climbed it or whether you use this truck. Don't let the equipment fool you, making you think, oh, it's going to be double to triple the price. Like, you know, we have to be competitive and fair. You can see here just the advantages of using technology and new equipment. It's taking care of this tree, no problem. Well, you can see the big Norway trunk is down, and it's not quite lunchtime. So that is going to be it for this video. We got the tree down, no problems. Everything came down super smooth. The efficiency of a grapple saw truck is, there's that portion, but then there's also the safety aspect, which is tremendously safer. No one's even up there. The other thing too to consider with it is the price point is comparable to traditional processes of climbing, rigging all that down. There'd be a whole day for sure in here with this yard with the new fence build and the neighboring property. So just another reason why the grapple saw trucks are the way to go for sure. You'll see more and more of them. But anyway, if you like the video, please like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll keep the videos coming. Until next time, take it easy.